Hey guys, it's Nicole and I'm back, and I just wanted to do a video on the Teach Your Child to Read in 100 Easy Lessons program. This is so far of a mini review. It's not really my complete review. And I just wanted to give you a peek inside and let you see how I've been teaching my 4-year-old how to read. Stay tuned. Okay, so this is the Teach Your Child How to Read in 100 Easy Lessons book by Siegfried Engelmann. I picked it up this summer. I was recommended a few parents on Instagram who are homeschooling. I saw them doing it with their children, so I decided to try it for myself. And here's a look inside. Starts off with the parent's guide. Then there's a pronunciation key, and this is very important because these symbols and these combinations of letters are what is going to allow your child to learn how to read and to break down words phonetically. So take your time to familiarize yourself with the pronunciation guide to understand that there's a difference between the E that has a line over it and the E that doesn't have a line over it, because the E that has a line over it actually says E, not eh. So when you're introducing these concepts to your child, you have to demonstrate them properly, so you need to know that. So the pronunciation key is crucial. And then they give you an idea of saying words slowly, sounding out words, how to actually have the children guide and break down the words with their fingers by sliding it across the arrows and the dots. So all these things are very important to take a look at. Also, the sound writing chart. This program is not only a program that is geared towards reading, but also writing too. At the end of each lesson, there is a writing segment where they have the child write the sounds that they are learning how to pronounce. So if your kid is not ready yet, because I know if you're trying to start this with a 4-year-old or a 3-year-old, their fine motor skills might not be that awesome, or you're already doing a separate writing program if you have like a 4-year-old or a 5-year-old, so you probably don't want to tax them with this. Sometimes we actually skip the writing section of the lesson just because we've already done handwriting that day and we just don't want to get into it again. But if you do want to do the handwriting with it, definitely follow their sound writing chart, because it makes it easier for you to tell the children how to write the letters and sounds. Introducing to the program. Everything that's written in red is telling you what you say to the child. So this is very scripted, very simple, very easy. In red, it says, say to your child, I'm going to teach you how to read. We're going to work every day for about 15 minutes. The work is hard, but I think you can do it. And you're going to learn the sounds that you'll use when you read, and you're going to learn some good word games. Today, we are going to do lesson 1. Done. And then you jump in from there. Everything in red you say. So lesson 1, I'm going to touch under the sound and say the sound. Here's the sound. Okay, and they're telling you in parentheses, touch the first ball of the arrow, move quickly to the second ball, hold 2 seconds. Now what this does is it allows the child to understand long sounds versus short sounds, so it's very important to pay attention to how you actually slide your finger, because you're modeling for them. And then you're going to give them a turn. Okay, your turn to say the sound when I touch it, and then eventually they will be touching the sounds and saying it. So, and it really easy, very scripted, very standard. Task 3, say the sounds. They're introducing 2 sounds in this lesson at the beginning, and that was lesson 1. At the end, you write the sounds. So you would have the child actually write the M. And it's telling you actually how you can have your child write the letter M. And that's it. They get gradually more complex as time goes on. What we started to do was actually skip the writing task at the end, because by the time we're actually doing words now, not just sound. So by the time your child gets to a point where they're actually sounding out words, so this is task 4 in the lesson. There are about 6 tasks in each lesson, By the time you get to task 4, when they're actually breaking down words, he's not going to want to write after this. But some kids are different. So let's look at a more advanced lesson. Lesson 13. So task 1, they always review the sounds. Again, explaining to you what to say to your child, how to hold your finger, how to slide your finger across the arrow. Rhyming. They introduce your child to the concept of rhyming. Oh, we're going to rhyme with the sound ope. Are you ready? Okay, what sound are we going to rhyme with? And the child's going to say ope. So I'm going to say rope, soap, rope, soap. Okay, and then you have the child do it. We're going to rhyme with add. We're going to rhyme with et, whatever they're going to rhyme with. Okay, and then task 3 is a repetition task. Always they ask you, like, to say the sounds and have the child repeat it to you fast and slow. Now, the idea of repeating it fast and slow, as I'm thinking, it kind of helps them with fluency in reading, in terms of, instead of just always, when a kid first starts reading, they do things slowly, but when you're asking them to do things fast and slow, eventually it helps them pick up their pace and work with fluency of reading. So task 4, word reading. So add, add, sad, add, add, mad. Now we're in the teens, the early teens section of this program itself, and what I'm finding with him, it started to become very tedious for him. He is a hands-on, jump up and down type of kid. So he was getting burnt out from this lesson because he's sitting here and he's getting accustomed to the flow of things and the rhyming and the movement of the sounds, and it's like he started to get kind of bored. So what I'm starting to do is I'm incorporating familiar objects that he loves playing with, okay? He always loves holding things in his hands and stuff like that. So what I've started to do is I have him use his finger first to sound out the words, okay? When he gets the word, then he can take a car and say the word. See, me, ram, am, read. And it's kind of a reward for actually taking the time to break down the word. He can incorporate his little superheroes if he wants. See, me, eat, whatever it is. Because it's more of a reward for him, and it's something for him to hold on to play with, to incorporate into the lesson, to make it a little more fun. So we completed lesson 16 yesterday, and he's doing okay. It's been a challenge for me. I'm still working on ways to keep him engaged for this because, like I said, he's an active, hands-on, jump up and down type of learner. So I'm working on ways to make this a little bit more fun for him. He's getting the concepts, he understands it, but I just need to make it a little more interactive for him. Of course, we incorporate our Bob books. This is our beginners readers. So he knows quite a few of these books. And what's great about this is that after we do a lesson, or just to warm up for the lesson, I'll have him read these books because he can read them, and it kind of motivates them, and it makes him excited, to get into the reading lesson, because it kind of gives him that sense of, yeah, I got this, because I understand words. I understand how to read. I understand the concepts. So we start off with the Bob books, about 2 or 3 of them. And then we get into the lesson. And again, they do take about 15 minutes of time. It may be longer depending on your kid's mood that day. And then I made this folder where I've been putting resources that I've found online that correlate with the Teach Your Child How to Read in 100 Easy Lessons. All Pinterest is full of just so many resources, so many resources for free, people. So just go ahead and jump on there. And I found this little 100s chart that tracks where we're going in terms of up to our 100 lessons, and he likes to see the progress. He likes to put a sticker on there after we complete a lesson. It makes him feel excited about it. You can have rewards for every 10 lessons. You go out, you take your kid out for ice cream, something like that. Also, we have these I recently found that when we get to lesson 20 and up, they are just bigger, bolder pictures and images of the same concept so that they can read these sheets, color these sheets, and then there's some comprehension questions at the end just to make the information stick and to see if the kid is moving beyond, okay, the book and applying the concept to actual words when they see them out in books and on other sheets of paper. So there's actually some, it goes up to each lesson, but right now I only did lessons 20 and 30 because those are the ones that we are approaching. So I'll break those out when it's time. And in here I just have, it's a piece of cardstock that I use to kind of block the other page. Sometimes he gets distracted when we're on a specific page and we're here, but he's looking ahead here. So I use that piece of cardstock to just help guide his view because he wants to focus on what's coming next. But so far so good, and that's just my little review and overview of Teach Your Child How to Read 100 Easy Lessons, just an introduction, just so you can get a peek inside, see how it goes, and how a couple of ways that you can make it a little bit more interactive and encourage your child to read. So I hope you guys found this video helpful. Okay, bye.